Now we have to here is an exact from an old mathematics book. Linear equation like 3x plus 5 is equals to 21 have only one solution. Why? Because here the power of x is just 1, or you can also say that this is a linear equation, right? Equation containing an x square term often have two solutions. Why? Because here the power of x square is, x is 2. However, the equation containing x cube terms may have as many as their three solutions, because here the power of x is 3. So do your results support this exact extract? Yes, we have done in previous that all solutions, if we have the linear equation, we have one solution. If we have the quadratic equation, we have two solutions. If we have cubic equation, as we in the last question, then we have three solutions. And for your convenience, we can put the value of 4 into this equation. So you can see that 64, 4 cube is 64, minus it will becomes 4 square, that is 16. 16 multiplied by 6, what is 16 multiplied by 6? 96, plus 4 multiplied by 11, that is 44, minus 6. So you can see that 64 and this will equals to 44. So when we add these two terms, your answer will be 108. So minus 96 minus 6, so it will becomes 102. So on the left hand side we have 0, sorry, on the left hand side we have 6, and on the right hand side we have 0. So they are not equal, that's why this is not solution. Again, when you put x is equals to 5, we have also left hand side is not equals to right hand side, so that's why we just cross these solutions, because this is a cubic equation and we have found the three solutions, and we don't want any other choice, because cubic equation has exactly three solutions. Okay, so now we have the next topic, that is solving quadratic equations, factorizing. So we can solve the quadratic equation by different methods. Your first method is factorization, right? This is your topic. An equation like x square plus 4x plus 3 is equals to 0 is called a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation means that in which we have the highest power of the variable is 2, right? This is called the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation must contain a square term, such as the x square is in this example, with no higher power of x, such as x cube. So if an equation contains power 3, it means that we have we have not a quadratic equation, we have a cubic equation. You may be able to spot a solution of a quadratic equation by inspection, by guesswork, but this is not a reliable method, because quadratics may have two solutions. So he is telling that when we have a quadratic equation, we can uh, just find the solution by guesswork or by inspection, but this is not a reliable method. So the factorizing is a method of making sure that all the solutions of the quadratic equations are found. So because we have two solutions, so it means that we have to use some specific method to find the solution, not the guesswork. Okay, so here is your first example. Solve the equation x square plus 4x plus 3 is equals to 0. So first of all, you can see that x square plus 4x plus 3 is equals to 0. So if if x plus 1 and x plus 3 is equals to 0, then one of the brackets must be equals to 0. So we have studied previous that we have to multiply its coefficient by the last term, that will be equals to 3, and this 4 is as it is. We have to make the pair of this one. We have to find the pair which pair is multiplied, and its answer will be 3. And when we add this pair, its answer multiplying this term, and when we add these terms 1 plus 3, that will be equals to the central term. So you can see that we have the pair 1 and 3. So we write x square plus 1x plus 3x in the place of 4x plus 3 is equals to 0. So in this case, you can see that if we take the common x from first two terms and 3 from the second two terms, so you can see that we have this type of equation. And when we now we have one term and the second term. In these two terms, we have the common term, that is x plus 1. So you can see that x plus 3 is rest term. So now this is your second step. He just missed the first two steps because we have learned previous in very detail, right? That's why he just skipped these two steps. But I write these two steps also. Okay, so x plus 1 and x plus 3 is equals to 0. So both are multiplied and the multiplication is equals to 0. It means that uh, this either this number is equals to 0 or this number is equals to 0. So we just put these two numbers is equals to 0. X plus 1 is equals to 0 and x plus 3 is equals to 0. From this equation we have x is equals to minus 1, and from this second equation we have x is equals to minus 3. This is your solution, right? This is your solution of the quadratic equation. And now you can also check that these solutions of the quadratic equation are true or not. So how we can check? First of all, we put x is equals to minus 1 in this equation. When we put x is equals to minus 1 in this equation, we have minus 1 square plus 4 into minus 1 plus 3 is equals to 0. So what is minus 1 square? That is plus 1, minus 4 multiplied by minus 1, that is minus 4, and plus 3 as it is equals to 0. So here you can see that plus 1 plus 3, that is plus 4, minus 4, that is 0, is equals to 0. So left hand side and right hand side are equal. It means that minus 1 is the solution. If you are checking the second one, that will be minus 3. So it will becomes minus 3 square plus 4 into minus 3 plus 3 is equals to 0. So what is minus 3 square? That is plus 9, minus 3 multiplied by 4, that is minus 12, and plus 3. In this case, you can also see that plus 9 plus 3, that is equals to plus 12, plus 12 minus 12, that is equals to 0. So 0 is equals to 0. Left hand side and right hand side are equal. That's why minus 3 is also the solution of this equation. Do you understand how we can find the quadratic equation solution and how we can check the solution?
Yes, yes,
Is it correct or not?
yes.
Okay, so the next example is that